Hello and welcome back to the AXLE Fantasy Forza Racing League. You join us here on a sunny Saturday afternoon here at Brands Hatch in the heart of Kent, UK. We're here in the Ford Mustang, road to racing prototype car that we have built up from scratch. Today's session, or one of today's sessions, is all about qualifying and hot laps. The way this session is structured, there will be 10 minutes for qualifying. Very similar to free practice, we'll all be set off at intervals, back markers will be ghosted so we can all set some fair and competitive times. The difficulty has been upped on this, so we will all set off in relative order, and there will be points awarded, so these will go towards the championship table, but only 3 points are the maximum points you can score today. 3 points for fastest lap, 2 points for second, and 1 point for third. As we saw from free practice yesterday, we did have quite a few cars that scored quite highly in the lower categories. So there was, in the top 5, there was obviously us, there was the GT2 cars, GT3, and also a GT4 that managed to sneak up to third at one point. So it is possible for all groups to score points on a Saturday. And then after this qualifying session, we will go into a 5-lap sprint. That is standard for every race. There will be a 5-lap sprint on a Saturday after qualifying. That does not have any effect on the grid. That does not have any effect on Sunday's race either, the feature length race. It is purely just a 5 laps, lights to flag, go, go, go. Give it your all and then we'll see what happens. It has the potential to generate some really random results. Give some other cars plenty of opportunity to score some big points for their team. But yeah, anyway, where we stand at the moment, we are ready for qualifying. So without any further ado, let's get into the session. Okay, so here we are, we're on the grid.
10 minutes left.
For qualifying, these are the hot laps. The cars are all leaving at about 3.5 second intervals. We are quite far towards the back. I can see GT4, GT3 and obviously GT2 cars ahead of us. The difficulty has been upped for today. I can see our start time is going to be a little bit difficult. Brands Hatch is not a long circuit. It's not a long lap. So some cars may be getting ghosted immediately as they start their laps. But that shouldn't interfere with the overall lap that they can set. So soft tyres on for today, and we are absolutely ready and raring to go. Only 2 cars left ahead of us, ready to set off. The difficulty has been upped. We shall see what sort of lap times we should be setting here, but there's the countdown, and whoa, away we go. A very sprightly start from the Mustang today. As we head down into Paddock Hill Bend for the very first time. Oh, and already I can feel that those soft tyres have got the grip. The car feels lighter, grippier, steadier. It's just ready to set some hot laps today. We come out of Druids very nicely, no issues there, into Graham Hill Bend, along the bottom straight, behind the pit lane. As we go around Surtees now and head up the hill onto the GP loop for the first time. Make sure you pick up the throttle nice and early. One of these cars has put the dirt on the inside. I wouldn't advise it fully. And right, okay, so we are closing up quite quickly. This is a Group 4 car ahead of us. There seems to be a couple and a little bit of traffic building, so I've got a little bit of a gap. I can't see us getting past all 3 of those. They are holding each other up and they're really going to hold us up if we can't get past. Now this is a problem here. We're going to need to get past them now if we want to set a competitive lap time. There we go, and we're past. Down into clearways for the first time now. This is where the lap begins effectively. Your run out of clearways determines how the rest of your lap goes. There we go, first time on the board for another car is a 1:29. That's already much faster than yesterday's fastest time of 1:31.7. set by us. We set a 1:32.5, but obviously we did get held up in traffic. So that lap is not respective of what we can do. It's all down to this lap now that's going to make the difference. We're 3/10 up. I'm not really going to compare it against the time that we've just set, because come the end of the lap we're probably going to be about 2 or 3 seconds faster than our first lap out there, because we won't, hopefully, won't get held up in traffic. I can see the map ahead. I can see that there's only this one car ahead of us, and then nothing for a good 1/8 of the lap. So there is plenty of gap in front of him as well. So there's no real risk of running into traffic here this afternoon. We just want to keep the car ahead at a good distance so we don't get caught up behind him. It can just affect our braking brake zones ever so slightly, which can really throw off your whole lap and can cost you up to half a second if you just get one braking zone wrong. So there we go, out of clearways now. This is going to be a fairly respectable time. I expect top 10. There we go, we've got into 6th position so far. Getting a real good feel for the track now. Now that's what we want to build on. We've got 1:30.7. We're going to need to build on that massively. Let's see what we can do. Oh, someone else has gone faster than us, or just set a faster time behind us? Okay, we're 7th, so somebody has gone faster than us. Right, I'm not feeling so good about this lap. It hasn't felt as put together as the first one, but we are still improving. We've just over 5 minutes to go in the session now. Go. I think it's this section of the track that's going to cost us the most amount of time here. As we go up through Dingledale, this is the corner that can really make or break my laps at the moment. It's the one corner I'm really struggling with. It is a blind uphill left-hander. It is quite a fast corner if you get it right, but like I say, you do need to get it right to be absolutely certain when you can pick up the throttle and when you can't. Otherwise you'll do what we did in practice and end up in the grass. There we go, we've just reclaimed our 6th position. And we go back to 7th. The car behind us is going just as fast. And we are swapping positions 6th and 7th all the time with the car behind us. We're going to need to get a move on if we really want to move up towards those point scoring positions of just 1st, 2nd and 3rd today in qualifying. There we go, using all of the track now as we enter the GP loop. This is what it's all about, making the most of it, and we are another 10th or 2 up. I could have picked up the throttle a little bit earlier there, that's a bit of a shame. But it is very competitive today, we are doing very well to keep up with the rest of the grid now. Ooh, we've lost the lap, we've lost the lap, we've lost the lap. It's gone, it's gone, it's gone, it's gone. Keep it out of the wall. We're going to have the other car closing in behind us now. Ah, yes, I remember. A very fast competitor. Whew. Right, we just about saved the lap there. So we've got just under 3 minutes to go. As we head across the start-finish line now for what is going to be our 3rd attempt for a fast lap. Hill we go, trying to brake as late as possible, turn in. Hold a good steady line, don't scrub too much momentum. And we are 2 temps up, right, okay. Now this is where we really need to start pushing. Like I said, it's going to be the GP loop that makes or breaks our laps here. So we need to make sure we are on it as we get around to these next few corners, especially in and out of Dingledale. Make sure we pick up the throttle nice and early here, using all the track on the outside there, all the track on the inside, not as much on the outside, but we are up time-wise. There we go, that was about as quick as I feel I can take that so far. We go down into clearways now. And we're not going to get one more lap in, so that, unfortunately for us, is going to be it. We've been pushed down to 8th place as well. That is really quite a shame. And we've caught up with a little bit of traffic as well. And we've run off wide. Right, okay. So that seems to be the end of our qualifying here today. 8th place was about all we can manage, along with the competitiveness of the other cars. Not a million miles off the pace, there is only a second between us and first. So just over a second covering the top 10 cars, and that is seriously competitive now. That is really, really competitive. Looking forward to the sprint race later today. I assume there's some Group 3 and 4 cars up in the top 10 with us. I would like to see one get a point, as we always like to see an underdog win it. But speaking of underdogs, this car is technically the biggest underdog on the grid. Yes, it has all the performance, yes, it has all the upgrades of a proper GT2 car, but not everything we need to get to the front of the grid at Brands Hatch today. Now that is quite a disappointment. 2 Group 2 cars and a Group 3. That's very impressive, very competitive. We do like that a lot. Plenty of Group 3 cars ahead of us. Got a couple of Group 4 cars just outside what would be the points in the full-length race. So yeah, so far so good. That is really competitive. I really like what we're seeing here today. As sad as it is that we come 8th, I know that we are not a million miles away from the front of the grid. And what it's going to come down to in the race is track position and overall finishing position. Of course it is. But no, it's all about consistency and keeping it strong. Obviously, we cannot afford to keep making mistakes towards the end of the lap there like we did in qualifying. But those should be rectified. Looking forward to the sprint race this afternoon. So stick around for that, come back for that. Whatever you're doing, have some lunch, go enjoy yourself. And we shall see you back here later this afternoon for the first sprint race of the series and of the 2025 season. Very much looking forward to it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you later today.